should you do the same things in practice every single day, or should you do different things in practice every day? That's one of the big kind of questions in designing a practice, that a coach has to make that decision for him or herself, how he or she's going to structure that practice and from day to day. And so I think there's pluses and minuses of both approaches. If you're doing the same thing every single day, you don't have to do a lot of instruction on the specific drill that you're doing. So you can focus on the skill that you're actually trying to practice, offense, defense, passing, dribbling, whatever that skill is. You can focus on that skill and not worry about trying to, introduce a new drill and explain how the drill actually is supposed to work and where you're supposed to go, and then where you go after this happens, and when you go and how you switch lines, and all the things that don't really matter to the actual skill, but are involved in the explanation of a drill. But on the other side, you know, if you're doing the same thing every single day, one, where's the learning? Once players can, do a drill and have mastered a drill with some success, when you continue to do that drill, where's the learning? And so it kind of depends on what the drill is, but if we're doing something, an undefended drill, so straight line ball handling or open court moves or something like that, and now players have adapted and they can do an open court move, regularly without making a mistake, and they can make their layup. Continuing to do that drill, what are they learning? How are they improving? What is that doing for them? What are they adding to their game by doing the same thing every single day? And so I think that's the limitation in having, a fairly set, practice template where we're going to do the same thing from day to day. So I think advantages of adding, different drills from day to day is the ability to practice new skills, to increase the learning, to continually challenge players, to keep practices fresh and new and interesting. And I think all of these things can have, a motivational effect as well. So if players know exactly what they're going to do every single day and they get into this routine, I think it will tend to decrease concentration because they feel like they've done it before, and so they're not as motivated to do it again. Whereas if it's something new every single day and they're being challenged with a new drill, I think it adds a motivational element, and it helps to increase concentration or attention to the task. So again, there's pluses and minuses to both. It doesn't mean that doing the same thing every single day is wrong, but there are limitations. It doesn't mean that changing things every single day is right, because there are limitations to that as well. So it's a matter of figuring out what's going to work best and how you can best use your practice time, and depending on whether you're a youth coach with maybe an hour practice or a college coach with 2.5 hours, might influence the decision that you make in terms of how we're going to structure a practice. To me, I tend to do similar things from day to day. I tend to switch the order maybe a little bit from day to day, but I also change things within each drill. So if we're going to do, I play 3-on-3 almost every single day, but from day to day it's going to be a different game. So I'm going to, add or subtract a constraint, or change the scoring to emphasize defense, or emphasize rebounding, or emphasize outside shooting, or emphasize penetration, or emphasize passing. So I'm going to add a rule or subtract a rule, or add some constraint that's going to affect their behavior on the court to try to move the game towards what I want to emphasize or what I want to focus on. So we're doing the same thing every single day at 3-on-3, cutthroat usually, but each day hopefully there's going to be something new about 3-on-3. So there's the consistency that I don't have to explain what cutthroat is every single day, and the basic drill, and where you go and how to complete the drill is the same from day to day. So I explain that once and we generally understand it, and I don't have to do a lot of explanation on that. And so each day I just have to explain how we're scoring or what we're emphasizing or what I'm taking away or what I'm adding, and that can be a quick explanation, and then we can get right into playing the game, and then I can adjust as necessary. And so maybe we'll play a second game, or maybe we'll take that idea and go to 4-on-4. And so in this way, I tend to try to do similar things from day to day. At least the basic idea tends to be the same, so I don't have to do a lot of the drill instruction. But then I try to change it from day to day, so there is some of that new stimulus and a new challenge to keep that motivation high and keep the concentration on the tasks high, as opposed to doing the same exact thing every single day.